I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 16, Volume 3. This week I actually turned it inside out the tape, or case at least, because it's inside out when it's got written on, but it's outside the, yeah. So this is originally the cover, but I had to do this because I quite like the very 80s or even 70s style cassette. I quite like the styling, the sort of, the colours shooting across there, and that sort of splitting out and whatever else it is. But it's a C12. It's part of that professional range that I had previously, that we kind of started in Season 15 actually, but this is Professional Programs 4, and this is what we've got apparently on here. We've got, he says, moving up a little bit, we've got Derby Day, or Derby Day, Missile from Scion, we've got Specman, Frogger, Gulchman, Arcadia, and then as an Inca Curse. So there are lots of 16k games on here, so lots to look through, to be honest with you. But the one that's really quite good is Arcadia. I quite like that as a shoot 'em up. Gulchman, I think from memory, is very much a Pac-Man style clone. Derby Day may or may not be a sort of management simulator of derbies, possibly, maybe. I don't know, one of those two anyway. But without further ado, I'm going to get this into a tape drive. Okay, so the tape is in the drive, so we'll go down to our favourites. So we'll go down to Basic and load dit or load speech marks. Basically, because I didn't know that there were speech marks back when I was a kid. I just thought they were dits because they looked like dits. Do you get it? Anyway, as a kid I didn't really know, so I kind of named it whatever I thought it was. Anyway, this is Derby Day. I'm sure we played this another time, sometime a while ago, and somebody re-edited the contents of it, because I'm sure it was a basic program, and they'd re-edited the Derby Day to feature more explicit names, all the rude words they could put in. It's a bit like going to the arcade, isn't it, back in the day, and putting bum in there, and arse, and things like that. Yeah, arse, A-S-S, obviously. Arse, like R with an R, and an ass. I apologise, so just get some ass on there. But back in the day when you used to put those kind of things in, so bum and ass, and I can't think of any others because they're just not coming to my mind at this moment in time. No, I'm not going to go any further because I've actually thought a few there, and I'm not going to do them. You can put them in the comments below if you put any rude names in. I used to just use my actual my real life initials. Nowadays, I use obviously Genetic Demon stuff, but I used to use my real life initials because my first two names were C and a J. So I used to put CJJ. I used to thought it was kind of cool, you know what I mean? And then of course Baywatch came along, and there was a woman called CJ. And that felt wrong, realistically, when I was... it's got some squeaking going on with the tape. It's not squeaking anymore. But yeah, so I felt wrong because then I became CJ, but not CJ as in good CJ, what you was. So anyway, but that was... I quite like those initials back in the day. But anyway. So, where were we? Derby Day. Yes, on to Derby Day. I don't really know much about horses. I've never gambled on horses. Never even gambled on the Grand National, so I know nothing really about gambling. I try and stay away. The most gambling I ever do is possibly the National Lottery and an occasional scratch card if I'm feeling lucky. I should feel lucky though, because oh god, you can't make this up. And I don't know if I put it into the video last week, but I might have been on the night before or right after anyway. But you know, I mean, we won't go over it again. I hurt my back weeks ago. I literally to delay what I was doing on YouTube. Then I had a chest infection. Brilliant. Yeah, that didn't help. Followed by a reaction to the medication, which didn't help either. So I just stopped taking the medication. I had to. And then on the weekend, I fell 4 steps down the stairs because it was dark. My son was in the kitchen, but I can't hear him because he doesn't talk. He'd come up the stairs. I hadn't heard him. He exhaled in front of me. I stepped sideways to avoid the exhaling child and not trip over him, and fell hard on my leg, thus aggravating my back again. But not in a horrible way, but aggravating it enough that I got kind of bad things come in threes. So this is where you go out now. I've had maybe I've had 3 with the drug. Maybe we're on 4 now. But either way, don't they always say you have to go out and do something? So you go get yourself a lottery ticket or a scratch card, and then you win millions of pounds. Apparently, that's how it's meant to go. Anyway, bad things in threes. So that's a horrible statement, really, isn't it? You know, when you have bad things in threes, if you have two things, you know, you're like watching out for number three. All a bit of superstition, obviously, at the end of the day. Yeah, I definitely recognise this one. Right, okay. So we've got your friendly bookkeeper, Honest Clive. Honest Clive's Spectrum will pay the full odds. Oh, Honest Clive. It's a Sir Clive himself. Let's be honest, though, Clive was more likely to spend your hard-earned money in a nightclub somewhere, isn't he? That's what he was meant to do. That's what he liked doing. He liked a bit of nightclub action, did that Clive. But I mean, he was a genius. You can't blame him for that, can you? Anyway. I've got coffee now, so got to talk to you about this. It's very important. I had a long day yesterday, because yesterday was Friday for me. A long day at work. I woke up in the morning. The milk had gone off. Which even with that, I'd got 3 days left on it. So milk had gone off. So there's another one. Is that now up to 5 things that have gone wrong? Milk was off. I literally spat out the coffee because milk was off, and I like a little bit of milk with my coffee. Sometimes sugar depends whether I'm at home or at work. But I like a bit of milk with my coffee. Always have a little bit of milk. I can't really do it without milk. I can, but I prefer it with just. I don't know. I think the milk kind of breaks up the flavour a little bit in a way, but. Need a bit of milk, a little bit of milk with it. Milk had gone off. Got to work. There was no milk at work. So got to work. No milk whatsoever at work. Literally went pretty much all day before somebody offered me a cup of coffee. Not for the want of making slurping noises and other things. It probably wasn't a good idea. But anyway, without going with slurping noises and hoping somebody would make me a cup of coffee, finally got a cup of coffee, drank that coffee, was really, really impressed with that coffee, enjoyed that coffee, went off somewhere else. Basically, it was very, very full day. Got home, too tired to go shopping because normally I go shopping or try and get shopping done on a Friday evening, you know. Bit of domestication, as they say. And I tried to do that, and we're going to play it fun, by the way. Yeah, automatic selection of horses and long odds. Amateur punter, dead serious punter. That sounds really worrying, to be honest with you. There should be a gambling warning on this. They didn't put gambling warnings on these games. I think nowadays, if you did these, they'd probably come with a gambling warning. But anyway, so basically, long story short, finally got some milk. I'm dying for a cup of coffee with some milk in it. So this is the first cup of coffee I've had of the day with actual milk in it. And I mean, I know I had one of those, you know, satchel ones where you get the cappuccinos and all that kind of stuff. They're all right, they're quite nice, but sometimes. Right, okay, let's do this. Final option is whether you have initial stakes are bets in pounds or pence. Well, let's do it in pounds. We're a big spender. You have chosen pounds. Sweet. So I'm going big pounds here. Do I push a button? How many players? 1. Me. Enter my name. Should almost type CJJ in there for the nature of it. Is the name correct? It is. Thank you. Let's meet the bookmaker and see what the odds are on the first race. So we're going to meet the bookmaker. Oh, there he is. He's not scary in any way, shape or form. Look. Do not worry about him. It's not a scary man. His eyes are like the ones out of the Mr. Ben. Remember Mr. Ben? So we've got Snail, Lame Duck, King Kong, Sir Gerard, and Yogi Bear. The one that I get the most return on is Yogi Bear. So what am I going to bet on? I'm going to bet on King Kong because there's a slightly more money in it. No, 5. Hang on, what do I press? Player 1 to 5. Player 1. Which horse would I like to bet on? I'd like to bet on a number 3, please. Minimum bet £1. Maximum bet. I'm going to put a whole 25 quid on it. We're going to bet big here. 9 to end. Let's go. Do I need to do another race? Honest Clive is giving me. Honest Clive does not look very honest to me at all. He really doesn't. He looks a bit dodgy. Actually, he looks like Humpty Dumpty without arms. I know it's meant to be his shoulders where it's the green bit, but it looks like he's sitting on a fence, doesn't it? Yeah, just Humpty Dumpty without arms. Right, okay. No end. I want to just go for it. Ice 1. No more bets. Let the race begin. Here we go. Let the race begin. The race is beginning. So we're 3 with the black horse, with our Master Chief on it. No, it's not Master Chief. Look, it's going for it. Come on, 3. Come on, 3. Come on. Come on, 3. Yogi Bear was the odds-on favourite. He was number 5. He was right at the bottom there. But number 4 is going for it. Number 3 is coming up. Come on, number 3. Number 3. Come on. Come on. I think this is what happens. You know, you become addicted to the GGs. It's a very, very rigged thing, as I understand it. I've read about it, by the way. I've read about a little bit about horse racing. Not an awful lot. I've read about it. But apparently, if your horse is doing really well, they have to equalise the horse by putting more weights on it. So what you do is you don't do very well for a while, then they take all the weights off you, and then you do really well in the one you want to do well in, which is really kind of dodgy, if you ask me. They used to put steroids in them and all kinds, didn't they? And all kinds of horrible things to make your horse run faster. My number 3 is absolutely going to come last, isn't it? Look at this. Number 3 is going to come last. Genuinely, I've done it. I'm not sure why there's a man. I know it's meant to be a child, but look at the people at the bottom there. At the bottom, there's just going past. There's a little man with his shoulders there, and he's meant to be holding the hand of obviously a child, which is like a little crucifix. But to be fair, it could be a gravestone. Maybe he's standing beside gravestones. And there's a cat or a dog at the far side there. At the far right-hand corner, there's a cat or a dog just looking randomly there. I think I have well and truly lost. Number 4 is the winner. I wasn't even in the running. My horse came. Where do we come? Number 5 was the winner. Number 1. Or number 3 was the winner, sorry. That wasn't the odds-on favourite either. That was totally nowhere close, the odds-on favourite. I'm loving this. I've lost 25. It's a good start. We've lost some money. Meet the bookmaker and the odds of the next race. I'm ready for the odds on the rest. Honest Clive is not honest at all. He's a total liar. Oh, which do you recommend, Mr. Clive? Ooh, come on, show me the money. So, based on the way that last one what goes for, we don't need the orange tip, we don't need the sea of Pango, the war game, ladyfish or overcoat. I think we're going to go with ladyfish, which sounds really wrong. So we're going to have some ladyfish, and let's put 25 on ladyfish to win. Let's just press stake on a horse. Oh, I can do another stake. Can I do another one? Let's cover our bottoms and let's go with the favourite, number 5. And we're going to go with a £5 bet on there because that'll give us 25 back again for that one. Right, end. No more bets. Let the race start. That was puppy power, really scrappy, wasn't it? That was big news. If you type in Velma into Google, they give you a whole, LBGTQ, whatever it is, you know the thing. Of course, Velma has now been in the latest movie has been brought out as a lesbian. I have to admit, I'm quite disappointed because I quite liked Velma. I always quite fancied her when I was a kid. So it's not a bad thing, but I'm just disappointed, especially if you were a male fan who thought you had a chance with Velma at some point. But anyway, and it's been an interesting week in the old movies as well. Hula TV finally released the new Hellraiser movie. If you haven't seen it, I would say it's okay. I wouldn't say it was an epic in any way, shape, or form. I would say it was okay. It was nice to see the franchise back. I have a few criticisms of it, but I haven't quite thought those through yet, so I'm not going to share them just yet because I haven't quite thought through those criticisms. So the favourite is going to win, by the way, the one at the bottom, unless he doesn't actually cross the post here. Come on, cross the post. He's really, really making it. Yeah. Yay, I won my money back. But yes. Waiting for the photo for places. Right, okay. I think I've won some money. A little bit of money. Why would you bring children to racing? Is that a normal thing? I suppose it's not hardcore gambling here. It must be just the less so. Apart from with Honest Clive, who clearly is there to twist my arm. So did I win some money back there? So I should have. What do I have? Oh, Honest Clive's upset because he had to give me money. Look, he's got to give me money. I've got 100 back again. 5 times 5. Is that 25? So why have I got 100? Oh, I give up. I don't know. Whoever won, and I got money out of it, and Clive didn't. So Clive's very upset. Right, I'm going to move on. I've had enough of Derby Day. Unless we do one final bet. Let's do one final bet and just lose the lot. Right, number 1. For player 1, and we're gonna put it on Giggle. Number 1 there. Misshape, Overcoat, King Kong, and Sunny Boy. I'm never putting any money on King Kong again. He lost that. There we go. That's the whole thing. There we go, Clive. If you do this, you're going to wipe out all of my money in my pocket. The parade ring, they go round. Number 1 is the one we want to win. There's going to be a gun. Do they shoot a gun? No, it's not a gun. It's like a flag or something he drops there, wasn't it? It was like a flag. Right, so Giggle is the one we've got, the one at the top. If we lose this here, Clive's going to take all our money and repossess our Jaguar. Probably don't have a Jaguar. If we did have a Jaguar, it would be a clapped out one. Maybe a Robin Reliant. My daughter saw one of those the other day. I don't think she's probably seen one in her life, but now she's a bit older. She sort of went, "Oh, look, there's a car with 3 wheels there." I said, "Yes, that's the Robin Reliant, a fiberglass miracle of modern British engineering." You know, you can drive one on a motorcycle license. Can you still though? If you bought a Robin Reliant nowadays, do you think you could still ride it on a motorcycle license? I doubt you could. I think that whole motorcycle license thing is a thing that's gone now. I love the fact there's dogs at this thing. There's another dog at the top of the screen there, just kind of going across to the left there at the top. Another dog thing. And I think Giggle's going to lose, and Clive, Honest Clive, is probably going to give me an evil stare now. This is what evil stare from Honest Clive. He's going to go evil next. Oh, hang on. Giggle is making a run for it. Can you imagine if this wins? Oh my god, it's going to be so close. Giggle is pushing for the... No. Giggle's won. Waiting for photos from places. Clive is going to commit Harry-Carry. Oh my god. Number 1 is the winner. I can't believe that. How much money have I just made? Like everything? 18,000? 12,000? 12,000? Oh my god, Clive's going to be suicidal. Look, wait for his smiley face. This way his face appears later. Look, he's so unhappy. No, I want to quit now. I'm ending now. Look, I'm going. No more bets. Let the race start. I don't want to do another race, but let's see if it's a basic game though. Yes, it is. We list it. There we go. Computer rentals. Cool. Oh. Sorry, I'm getting excited because my coffee's there. It's brilliant. I really love a good cup of coffee. It's been so long. Oh, you see, there's the other thing. You know, I've got all these sponsorships with these major coffee companies and that. They haven't yet provided enough coffee for me, or maybe they should do. No, sorry, they've got coffee. It's the milk, isn't it? They should. I need a milk sponsorship now. What was that? What was that one that kid did? Accrington Stanley? Who were they? That one. Do you remember that advert? That could have been me. Well, it wasn't me, but it could have been me. I could have had milk for life after doing that advert. Yeah, drink your milk, son. And otherwise you'll end up playing for Accrington Stanley. That's my best, obviously, Scouse accent there. I hope you appreciate that. I don't really do accents. I always get... The thing about it is I'll start one, and it might start okay, but then it drifts into something else. You know, never quite... Ooh, a bit of squeaking going on here. It drifts into something else, and it never quite behave. Here we go. Behave. There we go. Yeah, it always drifts in. Oh, an R-tape error. You know it's good when you've got an R-tape error. Let's see if we can put it in the other. Let's see if we can put it in the other tape drive and give it a blast in there. I might have a little bit more strength to it to pull this tape round as we go. Here we go. Let's do this. There we go. I'll reset that. We'll do load dit again with the old Amstrad thing at the bottom there. Here we go. Have I gone too far? No, not far enough. Here we go. I think this is it. No, not going. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not the right thing. We'll just try it in the other tape drive. Have I gone too far, do you think? Yeah, let's see what happens. No, I think we're gonna have to resort to the old favourite, the PlayZX. We'll have to get that out. Let's fire this up and get PlayZX on. Let's do that. Fire that app on. PlayZX. And if you ever want to find out what PlayZX is, it's a way of sort of playing the games from a tape, sort of like one of these tape inserts that I've got here. And you can do that quite easily. So let's find Missile. And then you can play them back and you can load them like you used to load them, which is what we used to like to do anyway. So let's find the Missile. I think it's this one, the Synchro Research one. Let's play that one. There we go. Sounds much better. Much better. Very useful indeed to be able to on this app as a little thing. It's just a wonderful little. It's such a lovely little nostalgia thing if you've got it. I mean, you can get div MCs and div ID, which are the kind of the expansion module you can plug in and do it. And I have them, and I even have the ZXHD. Can recommend that if you've got an older machine that you want to make it HD graphics on it. It doesn't pump out the sound. The sound still has to come out of a cable that's attached to it, which is a bit of a shame. But it really does make it crystal clear. Absolutely perfect on the screen. It looks really good. I got mine from Byte Delight, that's who it's from. Byte Delight, I can't remember his name. A chap in the Netherlands, very nice guy. So I got the bits and pieces from him, and I even got the Pi. There's a Pi Zero that's required to run the ZXHD. I mean, these guys are really clever. These people who are still building these bits and pieces and designing them and all this kind of stuff. I think it's really, really impressive that they're still doing that. And the fact that they're opening up, modern technology, opening up old nostalgic devices for us. So for us oldies. I'm not that old, by the way. And do you know something? You know when you're old, when you break stuff really simply, like they used to not do. I mean, if I was 25, I probably wouldn't have hurt my back, or I wouldn't have hurt my back as badly. I'd have been probably over it in like 2 days and a trip to the pub, But nowadays it's just that's it. I'm out for a week, or more. In fact, in my case, a long time. So we're still getting over it. And every time I do something, I hurt myself again. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, it's what happens when you get to that sort of age, if that makes sense. But anyway, right, okay. I don't know the keys to this. I'm going to assume it's cursor keys. Yeah, that's fire and missile. Condition green. Okay, how do I move? There's a position thing there. Range. Oh, these are really annoying games. I don't mean this in a bad way, but they're really annoying. There'll be all the cursor keys. I may even have a copy of it handy. Hang on. I don't have a copy of it handy. I was looking up at my sort of Sinclair collection of games. I always loved the logo though. The whole Sinclair logo that we had with it all. I don't know how to move this blooming thing. Basically, there's missiles coming at you, and you have to shoot them down. Done. Are you alright with that? I think you are. But that's it, basically. It's so annoying, to be honest with you. There'll be a missile that comes storming in a minute. If I can't work out the blooming keys for it. So there's a missile going to come shooting across the sky in any second now. And we're gonna end up getting shot by it. And I still can't work out how to move. And because I can only work out how to shoot, like that, it says left and right position. Look there on the bottom. That's my kind of firing missiles back at it. Yeah, definitely requires a manual, this one, I'm afraid. So without again looking at the shelf, trying to work out whether I've got it. No, there we go. There's total destruction. Another game. Yes, please. No, thanks. Let's go back here. Let's do this load dit. Let's reset the spectrum and let's have a little look at these ones. So we've got quite a few games to go today, actually. It's quite nice that they're small ones. This is Specman. I did play a game called Spectron, and I don't know if I uploaded it onto the channel. If I did, it was a disaster. Nothing worked on a 128K, and it literally just wasn't compatible with anything. Nothing moved. It was almost like that game that then got a remake recently, the one with the little sort of duck thing. Squelch, or something like Squelch. That one where basically the guy created it with the caps lock on, and then the game wouldn't work because all his controls were based on the caps lock being on, and then they still released it anyway. Those were the days. You could still release it. I wonder how many people didn't. I guess a lot of people didn't return it. Were they too frightened to return the thing? I don't know. Anyway, so we basically we basically. I remember this. I think Specman now, machine code. I think I do remember this. Anyway, I wonder how many people didn't return it. I always have to get my mum to do it. Do you know that funny thing where when you're younger, and we used to go shopping and we used to buy things. And then you take it back yourself and you go, it didn't work, mister, didn't load or whatever else it is. And they'd be like, no, you got to keep it, take it home. No customer care at all, you know. Go on, take it home, son. And then you have to bring your mum back, and your mum would be like, it didn't work for him, mister. And they'd be like, all right, you know what I mean? And they'd finally accept it, right? Cursor keys, 8-5, whatever else. I think I've played this one before, to be honest with you. I do. I don't think I've played this particular game before, but I definitely feel like I do it. Eating ghosts. I'm an amateur. No, I'm Superman. 5. I'm Superman. I'm like Super Gran. Happy munching. Munch, munch, munch. There we go. Pac-Man. Oh, God. Right, okay. Which... Oh, God. There we go. I'm Munchman. Specman. See, what it's missing from Pac-Man is that on the original Pac-Man, the ghosts themselves, well, apart from being, you know, different colours here for some reason, should be able to eat them all. The Pac-Man doesn't keep moving all the time, so oh God, that's a bit harsh. They all reappeared right behind me. Should be able to eat them now. I don't know why they reappeared behind me. Specman. I love the fact that they could just copy anything. Like, no, I don't want them to go. Oh, well, look, stop statement. It's literally a basic program as well, which is even more impressive. Does it say who it's written by? No. I actually thought that was quite impressive, really. I think this is a type-in. I have a feeling this is a type-in. I'm sure this is a Specman I think has appeared before on the channel. I'm pretty much convinced that it is actually a type-in that you could get from a magazine. So it wasn't bad, but I think it was a type-in. Oh, no, I need to do a full reboot. There's something in memory that's out of memory. Need to do a full reboot. Let's do that. Something still in memory from the previous game, so we need to refresh that memory. This is Frogger. So another arcade game, sort of pilfered for the Spectrum, mercilessly pilfered and put onto the ZX Spectrum, and for everybody to sort of play the arcade version. Somebody pointed out though in the comments once, and I can't remember who it was, and it was a very damn good comment about this, about copying and cloning things. Back in the day. I say back in the day, the 80s and 90s, it probably was quite difficult for, say, Atari, which is an American company, who I think Midway created Frogger, and maybe Atari, Frog, and Midway stroke combination, one produced and one released or created. But Frogger would be very hard to sue somebody in the United Kingdom for copying it. It would just, the amount of effort that was required to internationally deal with, there we go, internationally deal with actually doing it. Up, down, ZX. Right, Frogger. Here we go. So, yeah, internationally it would be... Oh, I like the cars. I don't know why. I do. It's not quite Frogger because there's no river here. I got to land on one of those. Do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. What's the song? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There's one. Okay, go. I've done it. It's kind of crashed. It's hung. It's a basic program. Yeah, I properly crashed it, to be honest with you. I'll do a reset and we'll carry on with the next one. But back in the day, it would have been really difficult for these companies to really get into the United Kingdom, do the law and all this kind of stuff, and work. There's a lot more rules about globalization now and sort of and selling of stuff. And I think that now they wouldn't struggle like they did back then. So obviously, if you created, I don't know, I guess no, I was going to say Minecraft, but Minecraft was stolen from something else that was given away free, so that you can't actually copy that style a lot, and in fact, it has been copied a lot. But let's say, I'm trying to think of something that's unique, something that Namco's done, probably the kind of thing that you'd do. But I'd say if you tried to copy it now, basically, and made a 100% copy of somebody's original works, or very similar works, sort of, just change the name slightly. I think very much that you would be in trouble. You would be politically and not politically, legally in trouble for sort of copying that work. Actually, to be fair, that kind of leads on very nicely. If you've seen the furore about the poor gentleman whose copyright work had been taken by somebody else and used within their things, and he asked for his money back. Yeah, that's an interesting one, because I think he's perfectly within his rights to ask for his things back, and it's a bit sad that the people involved then set the internet upon them, which is always a bad thing to do. So, but I won't comment any further, simply because it's still in progress, as I understand. So, and I hope that it goes a nice route for the gentleman who was very polite about the whole thing goes. So anyway, let's go here. Gulpman. I'm sure this was released fully as a game that had its own cover and whatever else it is. I'm pretty convinced it was. So up, down, left, right, using the keys listed at the start of play. I didn't see the keys start of play. Did anybody else see the keys start of play? Information, reset, demo, how to play, P. Oh, it's just Pac-Man. We've played this before. P to play. Right, there we go. 7, 8, whatever else it is. And 0's laser. Yeah, okay. Alright, there's my little man. There he is. We're going up, down. There we go. So basically it's Pac-Man, but he's got a laser. I mean, you can't really beat a man with a laser and playing Pac-Man, can you? There we go. There we go. So he's got a laser that allows him to sort of clear the area, sort of slightly change on the whole thing. I have to say, I'm pretty convinced I bought this as a result of playing it on What's on the Tape, and not because I liked it, but because I was like, what's it going to look like? And I think the cover isn't bad, if that makes sense. So they've got grade and tempo at the top. I'm dying massively there. It's all over. Best score though. We've played that one before. I like the background though, rotating like it does. That's kind of cool. Now I'm looking forward to this next one. I really am. This next one's one that I'm going, yeah, this is a good one. I noticed that is it Pixel Games, who bought the IP for a lot of the old Imagine software, has now been putting these things onto Steam. So you can now play Arcadia, the Spectrum version, Diddums, and a number of other games on Steam if you want, and they're charging. To be fair, they're charging pocket money prices. If you didn't want a Spectrum, or you didn't want the emulator, or you didn't want to do that, and you wanted something that was actually you could just put on your Steam thing or your Steam Deck. Not to say that you can't get an emulator on there, but if you wanted to do that. And you wanted to I guess give them a small bit of money for the fact that you appreciated that game back in the day, and you wanted to put a review out there of the whole thing, because you can put reviews in Steam and talk to the community. I guess that's not a bad thing. So I think that's an option that's there for you. So you can buy Arcadia on there. There's Diddums. There's a number of games, quite a lot actually. You can even get Horace Goes Skiing. I don't know if Hungry Horace is on there. There's quite a few. They pushed out quite a lot of these things. I assume they've got a little emulator on there, and they're doing it for you, so saving you some time. But I think they're only doing them for I think the last one I saw, I think Arcadia was like £1.69 for a game that you probably paid a little bit more for back in the day. Getting it out of there again. I'm not averse to that, because something like Arcadia is an arcade game, And the kids nowadays they do like their arcade games more than you think they do. So my daughter's well into Cuphead at the moment, and she said, "But I don't understand how you play shoot 'em ups." And I'm like, "It's the same blooming game you're playing. You're playing a shoot 'em up. It's just called Cuphead with a little bit of interaction, you know." So she's like, "Oh, well, I like that," and I'm like, "Well, it's bullet hell, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's the same thing." Right, let's see what the keys are. I'm hoping that there they are. So you basically you're. Oh God, I can't remember what the fire button is. What's the fire button? What's the fire button? Oh, that's right. You got a little thrust. There we go. So it's an arcade game. I quite like this one. I think it's one of the better ones because it is thoroughly harsh. It doesn't like you as an arcade game, but it's a pretty good one. Nice little bit of shooting, nice little bit of simplistic sort of approach. Spectrum did this particularly well for those sort of early 8-bit games, sort of copying the late 70s, early 80s. I think the Spectrum kind of got that right in some of these things. Certainly the Ultimate games, the early Ashby computer graphics or games, can't remember. Somebody will tell me. ACG basically. Some of those early games, those Jetpacks of the world. I mean, this is the kind of game that kind of strikes me a bit like Jetpack in its nature. I do like it. I do like the way it plays. I think it's pretty good. You kind of wave upon wave of things. I mean, the fact that it's called Arcadia kind of gives it away that somebody wanted an arcade game realistically, and this is it. This is an arcade game. Oh, look at that explosion! Gotta love that. Gotta love that explosion. And we just shoot our way through the levels, blasting our way through alien species after alien species, taking chunks out of them, showing them who's boss, working our way across the universe as we do as the human race, the most dangerous of the lot. There's a movie, and I'm sure it's called Space Hunter, but don't quote me on that. I'll try and find it. Actually, I'll try and put it on the community. I think it's called Space Hunter. And I saw this thing. It's like it's a more modern day movie, but very much in a B movie style. A very low budget and I mean, not to spoil a surprise, but the most dangerous species in the galaxy is not the usual other aliens who are trying to live their lives nice and quietly. No, it's the human race. We're the dangerous aliens that are invading the sort of everybody's poor quadrant of the universe. You know, I quite liked it because it was a little bit different that way. I think it's not good, and I'm just say spoiled it a little bit there, but yeah, I think you could have guessed from my comments what it was about. But I'm sure it's Space Hunter or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Right, go get this yellow one over here. There we go. We got it. Hey, more aliens. These ones are staying put. That's cool. You've got. Oh God, these ones. But can you move? That's it. Move up. No, that pattern of attack is pretty horrible. No real easy way to do that. I really like that though. There's like a timer as well. Look, it's counting down. Oh God, loads of score. You gotta love it. Simple game, simplistic thing. Really, really, really like it. I wonder if these keys work. I'm just trying to fit my fingers on different buttons. Yes, they do. Let's do that. There we go. That suits me better, those keys. Not that it matters now because I'm already dead, but or almost dead. I like that. I like the sort of vibration of the ship as it moves as well. The sort of red and whatever else that looks. Look at that vibrant sort of way it looks on that spot as it changes colour. That's actually a nice use of the colour clash. Got to admit, that's quite a clever use of this colour clash. Excellent, brilliant. We're flying through them here now. I thought we were going to be ages after I spent time on that last one. And the last one, the Curse of the Inca. Now I have this handy actually. I'm gonna pick it down while it loads. So load it. I've got this one. I don't know if we've played this one before. I certainly played. It's Espionage Island. We've played. Inca's Challenge. Where are we? Inca's Curse. Sorry. Okay. I've got. Oh. Bites. It's a loads bites. It's a bites one. Hang on. Let's get it down first. Well, you stay there for a second. Hang on. I'll get this down. Right. Just getting it. Oh, God. Like breaking everything. Things have gone broken. Things have jumped off the shelf. Not very good. Not very good. Don't jump off the shelf. Arg. I don't know what we've broken, but it doesn't look good. Uh-oh. 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 We're here. Uh-oh. What have we broken? Thankfully nothing. Things just jumped off the shelf and we're all good. It's actually Bubble Buster that fell off the shelf and Silent Shadow, which I've done a video on. I don't think I've actually put it up yet, but I have done a video on Silent Shadow. It was one of those games that was said to be exclusive to Kicks. So remember the brand Kicks, but actually wasn't exclusive to Kicks. It was released in Spain. So the Spanish public got it. We didn't get it. But they did. Right, okay, so I've got this, now I have to read it. It's lovely Inca challenge, so story of the Inca. It's Arctic Software, actually, funnily enough, so one of their early ones. It was interesting because the Sinclair brand actually did borrow from a lot of other people they published on behalf of. Short sentences. Adventure games are a game in which you explore and discover strange new worlds without leaving the comfort of your chair. Sweet. That's what we like. The computer acts as your puppet. Eyes and other senses. So it's a puppet. That's a new word for it. What's the story? Greed may be your downfall. You're inside the temple. You must find treasure. But make sure you get out. But greed may be your downfall. The maximum score, or the highest score to date of treasure is 3,200. You adventure. You find yourselves in South American jungle near as an... Oh, it's called Rick and Charles. Dedicated to Rick and Charles. Oh, it says dedicated to Rick. Forget that. Undisturbed Inca table. His aim is to get in and out of the temple with as much treasure as possible, and return to a jungle clearing. Right. Okay. So in and out of the jungle as we do. There we go. It says it on the screen actually. In and out. Beware, things may not be as they seem. Right. Do you want to restore a game? No. You're in a jungle clearing. You see a branch. Get a branch. We need a branch. I feel I need a branch. Get a branch. It's heavy with lots of leaves. Okay, cool. Okay. Eat the leaves. No, don't eat the leaves. Exit south. South. I'm on the steps, the temple steps. There's a large door up the steps. Open the door. Open. Door. A large latch door up the steps. Oh, up. Up. Go up. Go up. Climb steps. Go up steps. Oh my god. Look. Ah. Hit. Latch. With. Branch. With what? Oh, open latch. Inventory. I for inventory. Inventory. This is the problem back in the day. Knowing what you had in the game. So lift latch. Lift. Latch. I can't. Do you know what? This is the problem back in the day with these games. You go, oh, just so frustrating. Return to clearing. North. Yay! I can see a branch. Okay. Well, I want the branch then. I can't take the branch. And it says it's heavy. It's covered in leaves. It's heavy with lots of leaves. Remove leaves. Okay. Get branch. Okay. Oh my god. South. Use branch on latch. Yay! The door opens. So can I go south? Was it south? No, north. South. Enter temple. Up steps. Yay! Get rock. I'm so excited just about two things. Get rock. Right. Door with a large lock. A window. Throw rock at window. Smash window with rock. No, I'm not a vandal. Oh, go on. Just for me, please. Look. The look looks very weak. Oh, my God. Hit lock with rock. Hit the rock with the rock. Hit lock with branch. Are we doing branches again? Smash lock. With what? Smash lock with rock. But we're not a vandal, remember? I did pick up the rock, didn't I? Inventory. Have a stick and a rock. A stick of rock. Have a stick of rock. Marvellous. Examine rock. I can't. Oh my god. Break lock. With what? Break lock with rock. I can't believe this. It's just ridiculous. Break. Use branch on window. Look through window. Oh my god. You can see an advert saying high quality ZX Spectrum. Wow. Arctic Software. That was cheeky. They managed to find a way of cutting themselves into the whole thing. Oh well. Well, I'm done anyway. So it's been another episode finished now. Remember the first episode. Go back to the first episode, have a look at the first sort of 5 minutes to find out what games are available to choose for it. And remember, it's We Are the Champions and Power Up. Choose one of those for the whole thing. Stick it on that first episode, and that's the ones we've got. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye now.